Netflix, no more sharing. No more sharing your freaking Netflix account. Don't shoot the messenger. But how many times have we said cancel your Netflix?
I mean, we're not trying to tell you what to do, but Netflix is coming down on you. They're saying if you don't live in the same household as the person who owns the account, they are blocking your connection. But you can get a free month if you sign up. Blah blah blah. Get out of here.
So Netflix is now going for the throat, if you want to call it like that. They didn't really care. They're like, yeah, whatever. We have the biggest amount of subscribers. We make the most money out of all streaming services. We don't need to certify Netflix 4K app within all the streaming devices. Who freaking cares? We're gazillionaires or whatever. Well, it looks so. We've had a conversation several times about Netflix. They are still, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but they should still be the biggest in subscribers.
Not by well, yeah, but
like they're the biggest. Like it doesn't matter if it's one. It's one.
Yes, they are the biggest.
Half. They are the biggest. Now, from what we've been reading, I think Disney Plus is not that far behind them. Like they're catching up in like scary speeds from what from what we saw.
So it's my understanding that Netflix is somewhere around 200 million and Disney Plus is over 100 million now.
Right. And Netflix took them like a decade to get that far, or like 15 years or something like that. And Disney's done it within a year and a half.
You know what? That's a good question. How old is Netflix?
Well, look it up real quick. So while he's looking it up,
23 years.
Okay, so within 23 years, they got to 200 million. Disney Plus, within a year and a half, is over 50% already of what Netflix has.
Damn, 23 years?
Yeah. They've been around for a while. Now, remember, they started as a DVD. Like, you can get their DVDs first. And then they started adding the streaming and...
Hold on a second. Now, I'm just... Google's only 22, so Netflix is older than Google.
Well, the Netflix for streaming didn't start until later, way
That's
later.
Probably what happened, yeah. Because they started off as like a Blockbuster thing, right?
Yep. Yeah, they were going up against. Well, the thing is, they were trying to take Blockbuster out, because Blockbuster was you went to the store and you got whatever DVD or VHS. Where Netflix is like, hey, you don't have to go to Blockbuster. We'll mail it to you for free. So, damn, man. You know, one of the biggest things that we were talking about is, how'd you say it? 1 out of 3 households has a Netflix. That doesn't mean you own a subscription. That means you might be sharing a subscription.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'll tell you this, with my Disney Plus, I hope Disney doesn't do this. But I'm allowed to share my subscription with my family. It says you're allowed to share up to like 10 people or 7 people, something like that. Same thing with Hulu. I have my mom that lives in a different city from me, and I have my sister that lives in a different city from me and my mom also, that are using it. All 3 of us, Disney Plus. And I think it's great because my nieces, you know, they're both, one's 9, one's 5, 6. Shit, I'm gonna get in trouble. So they're little, you know, and like, okay, next level started the show with check out Raya the Last Dragon. So what I did was, I don't mind purchasing like the Access premiere on top of what you're already paying monthly, because I know my nieces are going to watch that movie like a million times.
Yeah.
You know, so they'll get together. My mom doesn't live that far from my sister, and they've been visiting each other every now and then. Me, since I live a little bit further, I haven't really been visiting them too much, especially because of all this COVID. But yeah, they'll have like a family night, and we'll do the family night here too, and you know, we'll watch the movie. So, man, I hope Disney doesn't do this, that they follow suit when they get bigger, because Disney makes a grip ton of money. But I think Netflix is starting to, I don't know. I don't know if they're scrounging, like they're trying to nickel and dime everything that they can get now, because they're noticing that their numbers are starting to go backwards. At the same time, it's kind of their fault for not allowing, um it's very few streaming devices that they allow their 4K Netflix app to work. So they're kind of doing it to themselves. It's like, why not just allow your Netflix app to be on any Android streaming device? Like, if it's an Android streaming device, actually, you know what? It shouldn't even matter if it's an Android streaming device, a cell phone, or whatever. Your app should be available at 4K no matter what, to anybody.
But I mean, they all do that though. They like Disney does it, and Prime does it. Like they don't work 4K on all devices either. I don't think.
I think, I'm trying to think. They don't. Yeah, they don't work on all the devices. Yeah. But I okay. So Disney Plus is too new. Amazon Prime, all they're worried about is anything that's on the Google Play Store and their Fire Sticks.
Yeah.
And that's it. Netflix is the only one. If you don't have, like, they don't care if you have or don't have Google Play. You have to have other additional certificates. So, for example, if there was an Android certified box with Google Play on it, you should be able to get Disney Plus because it's coming from Google Play. But if it doesn't have Google Play, then you can't get it. So Netflix just has that extra layer that you have to get certified, whatever. And dude, they're putting themselves, like, they're doing this to themselves. No one else is doing it to them but themselves.
So I kind of feel like because they have to pay for those licenses and they don't own the actual content themselves, and now that they're starting to lose the rights to certain content, they have to tighten up their belt in order to stay profitable to a certain level. I think that they've been kind of negligible with some of their funds in the past and how they've paid for original content. And you know, when you're dealing with 200 million people plus that pays you monthly, and you're used to 27 years of exponential growth, it's easy to get caught up in, oh, this money's always going to be there, right? So, you know, Disney has the advantage of not necessarily having to pay for the rights for a lot of their content because it's theirs. So I do think that Disney will be increasing their prices going forward. I don't know if they will be so strict in regards to limiting you sharing the account as Netflix is, because I think that they are, as a company, more profitable.
Yeah. You know what? If somebody doesn't buy out Netflix, they're going to go out.
Yo, we're going to be labeled as Netflix haters, I swear.
Whatever. I don't like Netflix. Stamp it. There you go.